And welcome back to Music Free Gaming. I hope you're having a fabulous day. It is a fun and fabulous, well, not Friday. I was going to say Friday. No, it's Thursday. But it is still fun and fabulous just like you. Hey, welcome in. It's great to have y'all here. We're going to be back playing some Minecraft. So let's get over there. And I do have to warn you just a little bit. I have started a thing like an allergy attack like just before stream, so my eyes are itching like mad. It's gonna be great. Hey Carp, how's it going? Welcome. All right, so let's go ahead and let's get into bed. Bed is good. Just saw some books in the library on programming in Perl. Yes, I highly recommend the Camel book, Programming Perl, which, yeah, I have a copy of right on my shelf back here. Excellent book. I have to look. I have a copy stashed somewhere signed by one of the authors. So that's kind of fun. Anyway, today, so started on the storage yesterday, which was fun. And I said I'm going to be using some resin more in this build, partly because it looks cool, and that's about it. It's Perl used for a specific system. It used to be a lot more common. It was the development language. If you were writing web apps or managing servers, Linux servers in particular, you wrote your apps in Perl. That has since changed a bit. Python is pretty much the go-to now, but yeah, when I was getting my start, it was definitely excuse me, it was definitely Perl. All right, so first thing we're going to do here is I'm going to get a little bit. So, hey, what I'm doing, I didn't really explain that. I'm going to expand my resin farm because I'm going to be using resin. Right now it's got 2 layers of stuff here. I'm going to jack this up to about 7. So it's not going to be a big deal, but we'll need to get that sorted out. And I think, yeah, there's a bunch of redstone I'm going to need to do. Nothing difficult. It's just needs to get done. All right, so we're going to come up 1, 2, 3. All of this netherrack, these are just temp blocks. 1, 2, 3. They're here just so because I need a block that I can target when I place the pale oak in. Okay. And just to keep things nice and safe. Okay, this is a farm that's best built during the day because if you do it at night, weird things happen. Okay. So let's see. Yeah. All right. Now, what I don't have, is I don't have scaffolding, which is definitely a thing I'm going to need. And probably a few other things. So, you know, that happens. So I'm definitely gonna have to be heading back for some stuff here in a minute, but well, in more than a minute. Okay. All right, hang on. Yeah, it turns out scaffolding actually probably would have been really handy. But that's all right. We'll somehow make this work slowly and surely. But yeah, all of those, almost all of the early web apps were written in Perl, and that was the language I started with when I started doing sysadmin work. Technically, my first programming language I learned was BASIC. Technically, it was Commodore BASIC, if you want to get really pedantic about it. But yeah, I did a little bit of programming in basic, I don't know, junior high. It's like, I didn't even know what was going on. It's like, hey, these students are good at math, so we're going to put them in this class to do like all of this programming stuff. It's like, okay, that's fine. And I did, and it was fun. And then I went home and I didn't think about it again. I was not at all expecting to have it become my career, you know? All right, so next step. Clean this out for a minute. Okay, now I'm going to end up having to stop partway through here because I only have 2 more of those, of these creaking hearts. So I'm going to have to get some more resin before I can do that. Fortunately, that's how this farm is going to work, or that's what the farm generates, is resin. So we're going to work on that. Hi, I would like to do this smartly. Now, the other thing I'm going to need, I mentioned some redstone. It's not going to be complicated, but I definitely am going to need to get some bamboo. Yes, bamboo, definitely, but scaffolding. And get a bunch of observers and pistons and stuff. So, okay, nothing overly crazy. Just since I've already built the mechanics of the farm, I know how it works, right? It's just right here. It's really easy. But I need to get all of that crafted, and I don't actually have any of that, so... Or not much of it, anyway, so we'll just hop in here. Alright, so let's see now. Did I leave a... I did not leave an ender chest here, so... Cool, so we'll just slip one in here somewhere. Over there. That looks like a good place for an ender chest. Okay, so let's see what I've got in the way of stuff. I think I've got enough observers, which is good. I'm going to need some pistons. So let's see if I can craft a few of those. I didn't bring any cobblestone with me. Well, that's just silliness. All right, well, let's go get some cobblestone. I've got to go get the the scaffolding anyway. So we'll go do that. All right. Again, this should be fairly simple to get this all set up and in place and all that good stuff. So what I'm going to need is get some of this, and I'm going to need... Oh, let me put this concrete away. We'll come back to that in a minute, but I do need... I've got some iron blocks. Let's go ahead and just grab some ingots since I've got those. And what am I missing? I would like a piston, please. I have cobblestone, I have redstone, I've got iron ingots, and I have not planks. Ah, that would do it, yes. Okay. Let's try this again. This time with pistons. Alright, that should be enough. Alright, and I'm not going to need any redstone to actually build the rest of this farm up, so we'll put that away for now. And bamboo. Definitely going to need some bamboo. Again, or scaffolding, not bamboo. It's made from bamboo. It's totally the same thing, right? Absolutely. However, I am going to wait until morning before I go back out there because it's going to be a little bit... Oh, actually, no, I shouldn't wait until morning. let's... All right, hang on. We're going to spend 10 minutes smacking creakings. It's going to be all sorts of fun. All right. And up we go. I'm glad you can grab ladders now. All right. Yeah, because I'm going to need resin. And I have some. Well, that's good. Totally should have checked that before. All right. Well, this is fine. Totally fine. We'll just craft up a bunch. The nice thing about resin is this goes into being storage blocks just like you would with like coal or something. So that's handy. All right. All right, so now we should have... Actually, that should be plenty, so let's see if it'll let me sleep. If it will, great. If not, we'll stay here and slap creaking. Oh, whoop, there they are. And there they go. Wonderful. All right. All right, so let's try this again, this time with flying. All right, so... Oh. You know, I should actually craft the creaking hearts. If I were to place them, and I kind of do, okay? I do want to place the creaking hearts. I know, it's strange and stuff, but I would kind of have to have them, you know, crafted. All right, so let's get some of these. Awesome. And creaking hearts. Perfect. Well, that should be more than enough. And that's fine, because I'm going to want a few for other things. I'm definitely going to have a few more creaking doors in my base. So that will be handy. All right, but first... Let's go take this out. All right. That's the wrong thing. Hi. Okay. All right. Yeah, this is going to be... So it should be fairly quick and easy. I don't expect there to be any weirdness here, but... Okay. This is just one of those things I've been meaning to do for a while and just haven't gotten around to it. And as I was playing with the, oopsies. As I was playing with the resin during the, when I was designing the storage system yesterday, I totally realized that, you know what, I actually do need to just get this farm finished so I can get all of this in place and get out here and farm resin when I need to. All right. Next. Oops, that's not where that's going to go. Okay. All right. Cool. Let's go and grab this. All right. And good news is I think my eyes have stopped itching, so that's wonderful. I have allergies, okay? Like so many people in the world, I have allergies. And every once in a while, I'll get one of these weird allergy attacks and my eyes just burn. All right, well, that's going to be down there now. That's fine. I think it ends up in that storage chest that's in there anyway. All right. Okay, so we've got ourselves a little bit of... Just need to get all of this in place. And then the last thing I need to do is get all of the observers and pistons in. Okay, which won't be... Again, it's not... None of this is going to be hard. It's just Except for the fact that I can't actually climb scaffolding in any, you know, sane sort of way, apparently. Okay, that's all right. All right, so now, next thing we've got to do, so just get all of this in place. So, I think the way this is going to work is, okay, forget scaffolding. Okay, this is going to come up this way. All right, so that I'm on basically the same level, which I am. Wonderful. All right. Now, to make life simpler... Oh, wait, I have to place it this way. Ah, jeez, monkeys. There's nothing simple about this. Sorry, I wanted it to be simple, but it's not. Okay. The problem I have is, okay, pistons have to be placed against the... You know, so they're facing this way, right? Okay, and now I'm going to have to hop up there. Oh, well, I guess I can do it that way. That's fine. I just have to keep an eye on the clock so that I know that when the creaking start coming, I am not here. Okay? That's just something I need to worry about. All right. Okay, so this is all going to come out. Okay, and then we're going to take these observers. All right, they're going to go up that way. Uh-oh. All right, and slap a doodle right there. Now, the other thing I should probably do is build up the walls around the outside of this so that I don't have to worry about all of the resin falling outside the farm, which is definitely an issue, right? So, yeah, that doesn't need to be there. All right, so this is going to go up this way a little bit. All right. And again, we're going to make with the netherrack temp blocks. Okay, is that right? Yep. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Yeah, I think we're all right here. So let's go ahead and get down. We'll get all of this in place. Nope. So close. So close. All right. So time is good. We're gonna be fine. We're not gonna have to worry about crazy tree monsters coming to get us. We'll be perfectly fine. Okay. All right, and again, observers are going to go this way because they have to point into the scaffolding. Ack! All right, no, that's fine. That's fine. We can totally be down here. This is, yeah, no, I wanted to be down here. That's okay. All right. No, we'll get there. All right, so that goes that way. And then let's get over here. All right. Cool. So now that should... All right. Yep, good. Everything is... Well, that was a sound. How's it going there, Civil? It's like, wait a minute, I don't have that sound anywhere. How's it going, man? Hope you're having a fabulous day. All right. Nice. So now, yeah, I should bring the outside of this up. However, time being what it is, yeah, I'm doing okay. Other than the fact I'm hating plant life today. Or maybe it's hating me, or both, or neither, or something. But allergies are rocking my world today, and I'm not happy about that. All right, so I need... Oh, you know what? I'm going to head back to the base. I need to get some of this stuff. Yeah, no, allergies are not my favorite things either. But they hit, like, just 2 minutes before stream. And my eye went into flaming itchy mode. And that is not typically what I like my eyes to be doing most of the time. It's just not high on my list. You know what I mean? All right. All right, you know, we've got some time. I'm going to go ahead and fly over. And we're going to smack some creakings. Yeah, no, it's not great. Not great at all. But it did pass relatively quickly, so I'm doing okay. Though my eyes are still a little bit watery. All right, so everything is safe and protected. So all of the creaking should spawn in here. All right, so let's hope for the best. Did I clean out the... Oh, at least I covered it. Okay, look, lots of creaking. All right, cool. So as they come down here... Yeah, look, we get lots of creaking. They're all going to get flushed down this way. All right. Oh, yeah. There's a bunch of them. Okay. Yep. There are enough of them here that I'm kind of wondering if they're not stacking up. But I think they are. Okay, so, yeah, because what we should end up with here... Yeah, they'll... Oh, yeah, there are a bunch of them. Okay. Good, that's right. That's right, we're gonna... Okay, so that's gonna be a little bit of an issue, but that's okay. We'll make it work. Okay, but we're definitely getting... Yeah, look at all of that resin. Look at all that resin. That is just lovely. But yeah, you can see how much is coming out, sticking out on the outside here. So... Okay. Yep, that's right. All of you guys get in line. That's right. All right. Yeah, it doesn't take a lot, potentially. Okay, so I'm just keeping an eye on the farm here, making sure they're all... Oh, yeah, a couple of them are getting bounced out because we're hitting entity cramming levels over here. But, hey, we're definitely getting lots and lots of goodness going on here, which is great. Okay. So yeah, basically each hit pretty well fills up that wall. Okay, so I only really need to swing like every few seconds, but that's okay. So yeah, so if I just block this all off on the sides here, we should be good. All right, all right, all right. All right, so great. So unfortunately, I don't think I can sleep because of all of the creaking. But this is... Yeah, but this is good. I mean, heck, we're Look at this. we're getting so much. All right, which is the idea. That is definitely the idea. So. All right. Now, unfortunately, it said it's like 10 minutes. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and slip out here. Yeah, look at all of this that's out here. This is nutso. All right. So we'll head back to base, pick up a few more rockets, because I'm apparently just about out. Sleep the creaking away, and then we'll build the farm back up the rest of the way. All right. But this is good. This is very good. See, I like it when things work out well, you know? All right. So anything I want to drop off? I guess I'm okay. Let's go ahead and sleep, and then we'll go deal with the creaking. All right. Oh. See, nice and easy. Of course, it helps that I already had the farm built up and all of that stuff, so. Yeah. Now, what I could do, I don't think I'm going to, but what I could do is we end up getting resin on the back side of this as well. I could theoretically try to wire up pistons and stuff to shake off the back side of all of this for the resin, but I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm just going to stick with this. Ack! Okay. No, this is fine. Hey, Sprite. How's it going? Welcome, welcome. Glad you're here among the breathing. All right. Go ahead and get this off. Yeah, and I think what I can do is when I build this whole mess up, I might slap a roof on this just so everything stays inside. But yeah, you know, breathing, it's a thing. I'm kind of a fan of it myself. I mean, not that it does as much good here as I'd like, you know. I live at altitude, and the amount of oxygen that's actually in the air that I breathe is not as much as I would like some days. Oh, darn it. We need more. All right, hang on. We'll get more. Anyway. Aside from the fact that you can't breathe, I hope you're doing well. Yeah. I think this is going to be enough. I don't need a huge amount more, so just go with that. You know, just to be on the safe side, let's go ahead and bring some cobble deep slate with me. Ow. All right. Now, I might do a little bit of... okay, missed. That's fine. I might miss. That's perfectly fine. I might do a little bit of decorative nonsense around the outside of this as well, but I just have to be careful not to leave any spawnable spaces, because doing so will cause all sorts of pain and suffering and hurt the effectiveness of the farm, so... Alright. So at the very least, we're going to need to pop this all over this way. Alright. There we go. Let's go ahead and get all of this in. Oh, wall of text. Okay. Doc asked if you noticed any time of year was worse than the others. Okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah, hard to tell with all the wildfire smoke and stuff. Yeah. Oh, it sucks when the world is burning down around you. Okay. You know, honestly, I don't know that I'm going to really need much more than that. I think that'll keep all of that stuff in place. So, let's see. Do I want to do anything else? Yeah, see, it's... I'm tempted. I don't know that I have enough pistons on me to do it. And I'd have to... that's a lot of redstone. I'd have to double up to make happen, but... Hey, it's Larry. How's it going over there on Kick? Hope you're having a fabulous day. But I think at the very least, let's take all this netherrack out. Okay, just because it doesn't need to be here. Okay, it's just back here so that I had stuff to put all of that pale oak against. All right, all right, all right. It's 8:30 and just... Okay. What are we making? Well, we are expanding our... we're expanding a creaking, or a resin farm, I guess, technically speaking. Woohoo! All right. Okay. So yeah, so this hopefully will be good. I'm a little bit concerned because I ran into some issues, I think, with last time I was dealing with this, that the hoppers weren't quite keeping up. But shoot, after just one night, that's what we ended up with. Actually, it wasn't even one night. That was like, yeah, just a couple of minutes. You know, let's see. Do I have my redstone chest here? I do. All right. Yeah, no, it's not bad. Definitely not bad. Okay, so let's... Oh, I still have my rocket box on me. Let's go and put that away. So let's think about this for just a moment. Obviously, this is going to fill up fairly quickly, so let's go ahead and craft up a couple more chests, but... All right. But do I have droppers in here? I have dispensers, but I also do not have cobblestone. Oh, I've got some droppers. Okay, cool. So if I wanted to craft up a couple of crafters. What am I missing? Oh, crafting tables. All right, that's fair. Yeah. You're from Australia. Nice. Nice. I watch a couple of streamers from out that way. All right. All right, so let's grab a couple of crafters here. All right, now. So let's see. A resin block, it's 9 resin, correct? Yes. All right. Cool. So I think what I'm going to have to do, right, we've got 8. Yeah, what's it? 3, 6, 7, 8. All right, that's fine. Do I have hoppers? I don't. I don't have hoppers. I've got iron, though, which is like having hoppers, but different. All right. That's fine. I can make that happen. Grab some chests. Make some hoppers. All right. Just like watching people play. No, that's cool. It's very cool. I think I'm gonna need a few more of these. That's cool. I like watching people stream too, so you know. It's fun. All right, so we're gonna have to do a little bit of craziness here, but I don't think it's gonna be too bad actually. So what I want to do is I want to hit this. Yeah. Oh yeah, get ideas for your own world. That makes all the sense in the world. That makes so much sense. Sorry, my eyes are itching. It said allergies have hit me, and oh, it was killer. All right, so anyway, I think what I want to do is we're going to set this up so that we're auto-crafting all sorts of fun stuff under here. All right, now, unfortunately, this is going to be crazy. Yeah, you got ideas about watching streams too? Yeah, it's fun. It's very fun. All right, so let's see now. How do I want to do this? Yeah, so if I drop these guys down in basically threes, that one will be 2, but that's okay. Drop those down into a crafter. All right, that should be okay. Yeah. All right, unfortunately, night is falling, and that's going to be a problem because of all the creaking that are going to show up. Yeah. All right. Well, let's head back here to my base, and then we'll sleep and we'll head back. All right. It's one of those things I could try to sleep through the night, but with the creaking there and stuff, it's just going to be a pain. And I don't have that area particularly well lit. So, you know, that's also an issue. So, since I don't like having mobs eat my face, we're just gonna, you know, MTV Cribs. Yeah, this area is fairly new here, but I have a ghast bridge. So this is my second base in this world. Right now, this is basically just my, hey, sort of a little temporary storage, you know, little furnace array, nothing crazy, concrete maker, right? This is all vanilla. It's lightly mod. I've got some quality of life mods, but all of the gameplay is vanilla. You know, I've got a couple of, got a place here where I can drop in some bone meal and grow things. But so how do I get a gas? This is 1. What version are we on? 1.21 or 1. I don't know. 1.21.7. So yeah, you can get happy ghasts. And so you get them by bartering. You can find them in the Nether in Soul Sand Valleys and stuff. So I'll show you around, but I need to. I want to get this stuff done while it's still daylight before the creakings show up. So yeah, it's kind of fun. I really like that bridge though. That bridge is cool. Not that there's a whole lot more to show. It's said I've only been in this area for a little while, and I'm not doing a whole lot. Okay, so I'm gonna have to change that out. That's gonna go there. Nope. This way. And then we'll slap one more right. I guess I could put it here. All right. So let's now change our hoppers. Okay, so do I have more space? I do. All right. So that's going to go in there. That's going to go in there. All right. Up we go. All right, so let's see. That's going to be... Come on. No. Ah, jeez, monkeys. You know, I like scaffolding, but there are days scaffolding just kind of sucks. What do I have? All right, we'll do... I just need a temp block, you know. Okay. Oh, stream joke. Why did the man run around his bed? Because he was trying to catch up on his sleep. Okay. That was in fact a joke, I think. I think that is legally defined as a joke. All right, so this is going to come out this way. Let's go ahead and do it like so. All right, and when you do the same thing on this side. Okay. All right, cool. So all of the resin's going to feed down into the crafter, which is great. All right, and all right, we're gonna have to do some other work, but see if I can. I think I'm gonna have to hit this from the other side. Let's just tear the scaffolding down and move it over. All right. Yeah, this will be fine. Okay. The fun part here is going to be getting all of the stuff going. Though I don't think resin will directly do anything else anyway, so. Okay, Riley's excuse for the bad joke. I am not programmed to respond in that area. Okay, that's, you know. Okay, there are days. There are definitely days. Okay, so. Okay, let's see if I can. All right, nope. That's fine. This is perfectly fine. We'll just, okay. And now I'm going to fall. You ever have one of those days? I do. All right, so let's... Yeah, this is just one of those days I'm in my own way. Okay. No, we're fine. I think what I'll do is I'll just go up in the channel itself and redirect the hoppers from in there. I think that'll be fine. All right, so that's going to go that way. And we don't have another one facing down, so that's great. All right. Let's head inside the farm and we'll clean up the hoppers from inside. All right, so, okay. All right, so I think I don't have a, let's do it this way. Okay, we'll just stop the water for a minute.
We jumped out a window.
Ah, I also just jumped out of my seats. It's fine. Okay, so that's going to go down. I think all of these, actually, I just want to go to point down. Okay. All right, so that's going to go there and there. All right, and there. Cool. All right, we're going to do it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna remember how to do redstone. Okay, I can do it. I can fly. I can't fly. No, it's just not, it's not possible. I can't do it. Flying is just too hard for me. Okay, ow. Remember what I said about flying and hard? Yeah, that's absolutely... All right. No, we're good. Everything's great. All right, so the next step. Yeah. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch a crafting table. All right, so let's see now. Resin. Yeah, you create resin blocks. Everything else comes from the resin bricks. So I don't think I'm going to have to do anything really crazy here. So, all right. So basically all I'm going to have to do is figure out some things which are hard. Okay. No, it's not hard. It's just... Okay, I just have to be sure I've got everything going where I need it to go. Let's get some, All right, I think well, I'm going to need more hoppers, so let's get that. I'm also going to need more chests, so we'll get that here in a minute too. Chests, chest. Chesting, 1, 2, 3, chesting. Okay. Sorry, I should apologize for that joke. I really should. It's definitely one of those jokes that deserves an apology of some sort or other, but this is what we get instead. All right, so let's swing out here. So I'm going to have to do stuff and things. Right. Oh, goody. Thank you, Sprite. I needed that immortalized in the quotes. Okay, so I think step 1, let's go ahead and get some. All right, let's get some chests under the. Okay, right, so we'll just drop a double chest here and one over here. Ack! Yeah. Okay, no. Sense is being made. This one, it can go this way. That's fine. Oh, night is falling. Let's get inside and let's sleep. Curious to see what this does? Oh, yeah. That... Okay, that was an interesting GIF. Okay. Alright, so... Down, boy. Down, boy. Alright, now this is going to be really, theoretically very simple. Insert mumbo jumbo. It's really quite simple. Because actually it is. It's not. I am going to have to get some more stuff here. But this is okay. So I think what I'm going to do is let's run... Oh, right. There's a ladder there. That's fine. Do it this way. And this way. All right, great. Now I just have to be sure that there's no space on top of this that creaking can spawn on, which I think I'm going to have to cover this up over here. Okay. Which is fine. That's not quite what I had in mind, but it's okay. I go there, and there. Okay. Cool. Everything else, I believe, is under the building, so we're good there. Awesome. Next, let's get our handy-dandy observers, which I totally brought with me because I'm good at that. Okay. I think to make life slightly smaller, that's going to go there. We're going to do... All right, this observer's going to have to get turned around, unfortunately, but... All right, that's going to go that way. Yeah, that way. Ah, perfect notebook. We definitely needed a Blue's Clues notebook. Okay. So this will go there. Except I want to do something cool. All right. All right, so oops. Also want to be sure those are all empty of weird things, but that's going to go there for the moment. Let's get a piston. It's going to go right there and... All right, perfect. So you do it that way because when you piston an observer, it goes twice as fast. So this clock is going to really race. Okay, which is great. All right, so now the next thing we're going to need to do is, well, consolidate all of those chests into storage coming down this way. So that should be relatively straightforward. At least it would be if I had chests. Since I don't, let's get back around the inside here, hit the crafting table, and see about that. It's gonna be a wonderful day. All right. Or would be if I had more wood. Okay. That is a problem. Okay. Chest. All right, hang on. We must fly. let's get back in here and get some more. Ouch. Get some more wood for chests. Or just craft chests. That would be fine too. What do I have? Do I have anything useful? Okay, not really. So, all right, no, this is fine. Totally fine. We'll just craft up a few chests. Okay. And if I have extras, it'll be great because I need to fill out chests in my my new storage area anyway. All right. I need to get that wired up too. Maybe I'll do that. At least some of that today. We'll see how much time I've got after I get this going. Right. Falling. All right, so let's see. How do I want to handle this? Basically, I think what I'm going to do is I need more hoppers than that, but that's okay. I think we'll go there. I think we'll just do it like this. Now I could, and I'm not certain, but I could absolutely try to do some other fun things, like doubling this up to have it drop faster and things like that, but do. All right, I know. Silly, right? But absolutely what I'm going to do. So that'll go that way. I'm going to fall off because falling is fun. All right. So that'll go that way. And then let's go ahead and drop this down. At this point now, I can we'll just double up our chests and all right. I have found the weakness in scaffolding, which, you know, of course, has been a well-known weakness for some time. Oops. Connect on there, please. Thank you. Again. Okay, that goes that way. And let's get a few more hoppers so I can bring this down the rest of the way. This morning was interesting. Okay. Oh, right. You realized your phone was still in airplane mode. Right. Yes. Well, you know, that happens. All right. Yeah, 6 should do it. If I need more, I'll get more. But for now, okay. Now, the good news is I don't have to worry about mobs spawning on here too much, but okay, let's go ahead and give it a little bit of a, oops, no. A little bit of an extra dealy bob here. Now, here's where things are going to get a little bit silly. All right. So that's going to drain pretty fast. That one is not, which is a little bit of a problem. Think I'm not sure how much of a problem it is. It might actually keep up as I'm sitting here thinking about it. So I think what I want to do, let's hang on, let's get back under there real quick and make sure that those crafters are empty. And I have to clean up my scaffolding. Okay. Okay, yeah, call the dock right away. Okay, yes. Yeah, that's handy. All right, so let's see if this works. You know, honestly, I've got this extra chest here now that does not need to be here. You know what I could do? Let's see, if I were to... Yeah, I guess I could do it that way. So let's... Hang on. Let me craft up a couple more hoppers. I'm just going to climb down here for a minute. Take that block of resin out. Okay. And we'll just... I don't know how well this is going to work because of the flashing redstone, but... Okay. All right. Oh, it looks like it's doing okay. Yeah, we're starting to get resin down here. Okay, perfect. All right, so it's draining all of the resin that was sitting up here in this chest, which is good. All right. Well, let's... Oh, I should let that... That's fine. That's fine. We'll make this happen. Because that'll be... It's probably... Because it was 2 rows. It's going to be 9 stacks of resin blocks from this. Or, excuse me, 2 stacks of resin blocks. Now, the one problem with this farm is that it does not heal your mending sword. Which is a little bit annoying, but it also takes it a little bit of time to warm up. Just because it takes a little bit of time for the creaking. Here, let me free cam up. Takes a little bit of time for the creaking to all get pushed down into the channel where I can then smack them. Right? But that is okay. Yeah, but as they all sort of swing down this way... Yeah, it's basically every 4 seconds. This is a really slow process, but they can only generate resin about every 4 seconds. So, yeah. So we'll let them... See, they just get brushed right back down into the channel there. And eventually, I think eventually they all end up down here. They definitely would if this water was going a little bit slower, but... Right, if it ran just a little bit longer. And I suppose I could make that a little bit of a longer clock. Since... Jeez. So much. Okay. Yeah, so it'll just wash those last 4 in. Alright. Yeah, so this isn't the best example, or best trial, at least as far as amount. But okay. But yeah, see, these guys all show up here. And I don't know if they can see me or what. It's why they're... I mean, obviously they can't see me, otherwise they wouldn't have flowed across the water. But they don't entity cram, apparently, so... Alright, so this is good. This is really good. Is that just about empty? Yeah, just about. So this also lets me just, if I collect any resin clumps, I can just throw them in there as well. Alright. Alright, so let's just sit here for a little bit and we'll just see how well this goes. I also really kind of should take a look too after we're done and just see if there's stuff backed up in the hoppers. Should be going fairly quick, so. So anyway. Oh, I didn't notice I'm purple. I guess I should have. Anyway. I wonder if this is actually ending up like a mob switch. Because there are enough creaking. I wonder if I'm not getting any other mob spawning while I'm out here. Yeah, I did the color change a while ago. Yeah. I'm not always the most observant of people, you know? Yeah, it's just... You know, just about every 4 seconds or so, just give it a swing. And said it doesn't matter if you have looting or anything, you just need sweeping edge on a sword here. Yeah, that's true. I do kind of expect you to change it to purple, you know? I mean, I do have purple armor trim on my armor in this world. I thought about going with green, but it didn't look quite as good. I don't know, something about it. If I make up another set, I might give myself a green set. Or maybe one that's got an orange trim on it, perhaps. Yeah, I'm not seeing any other mobs. This must have gone mob switch on me. Which is fine. I'm perfectly happy with that. Okay. Anyway. Yep, making progress. Or at least that's the theory. We'll see how much progress is being made after I finish slapping these creakings around, but... Yeah, I think I did make a mistake using pistons for the water instead of using trapdoors, but it's all right. It's not a big deal. I bet it looks cool though. Here, I'm gonna hit this and then we'll hit free cam up and just look. Oh yeah, that's just so much orangey goodness. Now, when I built this a couple of months ago, I was tempted to tie the water to hitting the armor stand, but ultimately I just decided it wasn't worth the effort. All right, just a couple more minutes, and we'll see. This should be good. Yeah, I just have to wait for the sun to come up and then and for the creakings to dissipate. And then I'll get to check out all of the other, how the hoppers are doing and that type of thing. I am happy that I don't have to work tonight. That was like 3 weeks in a row, and I'm happy now that it's like, no, we're good for the time being. All right. Alright, we're getting there. Just a little bit more. It's what, 4:20, 4:25. Sun comes up, obviously, about 6, so it's going fast. And, you know, said I've got, throw some of those clumps back in there. Let's see. I don't know if there's anything else fun and exciting going on. Oh, let's also take a quick look around, make sure I don't have creaking. Oh, I do have some stuff that's popped out on the sides here, so I may have to block that off. But oh, I do have a creaking that spawned back here. Okay. All right, couple little tweaks we'll have to make, but that's okay. Those are things that can be taken. Oh, and they're all gone. All right, perfect. All right, let's go take a look at things. I mean, obviously, holy cow, look at all of this. Yeah, I'm definitely going to need to block off parts of this farm. Okay. Okay, so, yeah, this, I actually should have gone to look at the hoppers first, but. Okay, that's full. Okay, I think we're doing all right. Sure. Let's see now. Tile, deep site. And I've got some stuff here. Let's turn this into a polished deep slate. All right. Cool. Yeah, I think that kept up reasonably well. Okay, let's go take a look. Oops. Of course, at this point, oops, darn it. At this point, it's had woohoo, plenty of time to go. But yeah, those hoppers are empty, which is what I need. Okay, that's great. That is great. Okay. All right, so what I'm going to need to do, I can't do much about this side here, unfortunately. But what I can do here is I can pop this up this way. Do that on this side as well. Hopefully this will be enough. If I have to do like both blocks, I can, but all right. Okay, so let's just go and throw those clumps into the system to get processed. And let's see how much we ended up getting down here. Well, so after 1 night's of thwacking, and obviously there's going to be a little bit from those that I just threw in there, but almost 9 stacks, and I stopped at a couple of points. So 9 stacks of resin? I can live with that. I can totally live with that. Okay. Well, that's fair. Nice. Okay. Cool. So, and we've got plenty of storage here, so doing on light levels are not ideal, but should be fine. All right. Wonderful. Well, I like it when things work. Not that I was overly expectant of them not working on this. Since I built this farm already, I just had to expand it a little bit. All right. You know, just to make life a little bit easier on myself, I think. Let's go ahead and pop that out. And I'm just going to leave an ender chest right here. Okay. Wonderful. All right. Well, we now have a much faster and definitely productive resin farm. And I am okay with that. Also, it's all dark out here because I think it's technically raining somewhere in the world. Or like everywhere in the world, because that's just how rain works in Minecraft. All right. Nice. So let's get over here. I'm going to give myself a new resin box. All right. That's resin. Those are resin bricks. Okay. Cool. Yeah, now you have to cook the resin bricks. Or cook the resin clumps into bricks. Okay, but you can just take these, right? These just become clumps, and then you cook them. All right, so awesome. We'll be dealing with that in a little bit. But we now have that fully functional farm. So what's next? I don't know. I think maybe what I want to do here is get the water flow up from the iron farm up this way so that I can at least get the iron coming up here, which it's not currently. Okay, and that would be really handy, honestly, if it were to do that. So 4. Okay. So step 1, let's get that in place. Step 2, I have iron. I do have iron. Wonderful. All right. Crafting table would be helpful. All right, I am going to have to set up a little filter and do some other fun stuff with this too, but that should be fairly straightforward, but I do need some hoppers. Okay, that's sufficient hoppers. Okay. All right, I need a good place for that. I have no idea. Also, hey, anyone have some input here? Like, I'm going to be doing these trapdoor walls. I need solid blocks. I don't know that I like any of these, or I need solid trapdoors. I mean, maybe I could use acacia, which would bring the orange right from in there. But you can see through the acacia, and you're going to be looking at hoppers. So I'm not entirely sure I want that level of transparency, you know? Okay, so. All right, so this is going to go like so. Let's hop up here, so we'll do this. All right. And then this is going to go like that. Okay. Yeah, just going to run some hoppers across the top here. All right, now these, oh. Okay, we should be back. We should be back. Sorry about that. I dropped a few frames here. Definitely had some, looks like some sort of network hiccup on my end. So, yeah, it was weird, but okay. I think we're okay. I think we're back. So, yeah, you know, it's a thing. So we had a little bit of a glitch, but otherwise we're fine. It happens. Okay. Cool. So that's going to go up that way. Now, let's figure out where this is going to go now. Did I leave my, or do I have my redstone box somewhere? Did I leave an ender chest? Oh, right. And surprisingly enough, a crafting table. Excuse me. Cool. I like it when I leave things in useful places. All right. So, here's... Okay, so that's where that is. We've got an interestingly strange number of places here. Okay. Well... Wow, am I already out of hoppers? All right, I guess we're going to go make more hoppers. I thought that was going to be enough, but I was wrong. Okay. Go ahead and cover those up. All righty. Well... No, this is fine. Everything's great. Everything is fine. Just going to need a few more hoppers. All right. Okay. Yeah, it's... Yeah, stream did definitely hiccup. It was not a happy stream there for a minute. Yeah, my connection dropped, so I had lots of weird issues. But I haven't rebooted my computer for a little while. That probably has something to do with it. But we're okay. At least that's the theory. Okay. And are we still... Should come over here and make sure I'm actually still live there too. Okay. Yeah. I think we're good. Yeah, it's just every once in a while. Things go silly. Okay. Awesome. Anyway, meanwhile, back at the ranch. Actually, you know what might... Okay, so we're going to have... The water column's going to come up this way. We're going to come up here. Actually, let's get some... Should get some white concrete to put a roof here. Because the water is going to have to be directly under the roof. So, have that going. And I might... Right, I put those hoppers in. I might actually end up reversing them. And having them go that way. Because, you know, it's just how it goes. Let's just figure out how this is going to go. Okay. All right. So I'm going to need a filter, and I'm going to need... So water's going to be coming in. It's going to come up this way. I guess it can come across over here. So, yeah, let's go ahead and turn these around. Okay. Okay. All right. Nope, it'll make sense. Okay. It'll make all the sense somewhere. Okay. All right. So we'll just bring these hoppers across like this. All right. Cool. All right. So that's going to do that thing. And then, right. Do I know what I'm doing? That's definitely the thing. Do I know what I'm doing? It would be a hard no. I am mildly and perhaps less mildly unprepared for anything. All right, so we're coming up 5 blocks. Let's just take some of the smooth stone here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is just going to be a temporary. The ceiling's going to come across here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have water coming across like, I don't know, it's going to be coming across here somewhere. And then I'm going to have a filter on it. So if I'm going to have floor coming, let's go get some white concrete. Okay, concrete. This is one of those times I'm just having a hard time visualizing it, you know? Sometimes I can take a look at what I'm doing. It's like, oh yeah, I can see easily where everything is going, how this is all going to work, right? All of that stuff. This is not that day. This is just not one of those days where I can look at this and say, yep, I know what's going on. All right. So basically what's going to end up happening here is we're going to end up with this white concrete because I'm using white concrete for the floors, right? Okay. Okay, now I may take some of this out when I finish building, but this'll give me an idea of where everything is going to be up here. Okay. All right. So, concrete is definitely happening. All right. Gotcha. All right, so what I'm going to have to do is bring water up this way. So the water's going to be there. So I can build a filter out. Build a filter out this way, I suppose. Right? Okay. So the filter's going to go out this way, which means I'm going to need to do something. Gonna have to hop up here is what I'm gonna have to do. All right. All right, so this is gonna come out this way. Nope. Down 1 block, please. Thank you. Okay. I need it to be down 1 block because I make this mistake every time. This is the filter. The comparator has to be looking at that one. So comparator, redstone, redstone, down. Well, down. Okay. Oh, falling. Falling is fun too. All right. Okay, so let's get up here. Redstone, chest, or shulker, I guess. All right. Need a comparator. Need a thing. This is your basic impulse SV filter, right? I'm not doing anything crazy here. I've got filter blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to drop iron in there to be our filter. Okay. Because that's what we're wanting to... oops, nope. Up this way. Because that's what we're wanting to filter out here, right? It's the iron, so that's going to go there. This is going to go there. No. Redstone torch would be awesome. Turns out the system doesn't work unless there's a redstone torch, you know? Okay, redstone torch. Hurrah! Okay. And the redstone dust that I totally forgot about too, right? Right. Okay. You know, this is easy. This is the easy part. Okay. It is. Really is. Okay, cool. That goes there. We are comparing against filter, Blocko iron, and yeah. Somehow we'll get stuff to flow across this. I don't know how yet, but somehow we're going to do that. And the repeater. Okay, so the filter's in place. Wonderful. That is fabulous. So the next step is going to be water. Okay, now I've got a little bit of room here. So let's see. I think this is going to go like so. We'll do water coming off this way. And then, yeah. All right, so let's go get something. Some fence or wall. I think wall blocks work pretty well for this. I just need something that's going to keep the water in so it doesn't flood and wipe out, you know, important redstone or just anything, really. Because that would be really awkward. Ow. Okay. All right, so let's see. I happen to have crazy amounts of stone and cobblestone and the like, so let's do this. This is going to turn into cobblestone wall is fine. All right, and I think, yeah, I think a chest is where we're going to need. Where we're going to need? I must be totally out of any concept of what is proper grammar at this point. I'm sure proper grammar exists, but search me where it is. It's definitely not anywhere coming out of my wee little mouth. All right. Anyway. Yeah, English is hard. It is. It is. All right. So I'm going to be bringing water up from here. Okay. So I think the water stream is actually going to have to be out a little bit, but that's okay. All right. So water stream is going to be here. Let's get our cobblestone walls. Okay. Okay, so this is all going to go like so. I'll have to get some stuff here on the other side too, but that's just fine, right? This is all going to come around here like this. All right, nice. So this is going to come this way. I think what's going to happen is, see, I need this to line up. So water's going to flow this way. It's going to hit the chest, I think. Yep. And then water will flow this way. Okay. All right, so we'll get to that in just a moment. But first, okay. Now, this shouldn't get caught on the edge of that block, I think. So should be okay. All right, so for now, we'll just block it here. This will eventually go into other filters going out that way, but that's a problem for future me. So present me now needs to get water over to this right here. So basically things are going to come up. They're going to flow over this way and right into that chest. All right. Honestly, how far out do I want? Because this, obviously, this water comes all the way up, or all the way down to the iron farm. I'm going to have another water elevator coming up that's going to come up onto this floor where the concrete is. But do I want to dig down to another area? Let's see. Where am I at here? This is 7415. This... Okay, that's 7422. 24. So 23. So basically it's about 8 more blocks that way. Actually, that may not be too bad. Okay, I can make that work. Let's be sure I'm actually in the right place here. 4970. This is 4970. Okay. Okay. Something like this. This is going to be probably... I think I might be off by 1. But we'll find out here in a minute. Okay. So that's 24, 22. So 23. That is the hole I need to be coming up. All right. All right. So what I'm going to do... I don't know that this is ultimately going to be iron, but we're going to do the outside of this anyway as something. All right. So again, in theory, items are going to come straight up into this hole. This is 22. And that's 23. Right there. Okay. Awesome. So 1970. And straight down. Okay. Wonderful. So the next thing I'm going to need is to frame this so that I can actually have water coming up. Okay? Seems like a reasonable thing to do. Which means I need water. Right. Water would be wonderful. 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 Okay. So, how do I want to... What do I want to put it? This is now something that's going to be somewhat external, kind of, at least part of it. Probably, at least part of what's coming down under this guy right here. All right, I think what I want to do, let's get some... Should we get some glass? Definitely going to need some glass. And yeah, because I'm going to need 2 water columns coming up. One is going to be for the items. The other is going to be for mobs. Okay, so... All right, so one side will make you grow taller. The other side will make you grow smaller. Yes, that's how that works. All right, glass. All right, let's see. Dies. Perfect. Now, all right. You know, let's actually just grab some of this resin. Will that be good coming up the outside there? I don't know. I guess I don't know what I'm doing, so that's cool. Right. So let's hop down here. Right over here somewhere. There we go. All right, so I'm just going to come up from this. Obviously, this rail is going to have to move, but it was going to have to move anyway, so That's okay. Now, I'm not convinced this is going to stay like it is, but also it does go up quite a ways. All right, so this is going to come up here. Yeah, it'd be nice to have a solid block on the other side. I think that's where the resin is going to come in. And then we'll do glass. Okay. Yeah. All right. And all right. All right, so that's going to go that way for the time being. All right. Yeah, no, this is going to be great. The part that's going to be really awkward is getting all of the yeah, no, we're totally in Wonderland, Sprite. That's absolutely how this works. Okay. Yeah, all right, that's fine. I can pop up somewhere else. All right, so let's there we go. Get the next one. All right. Yeah, and I think I'm going to do some other decorative nonsense with this coming up this way, but I don't know exactly what, but definitely something. Okay, so that's going to go up like so. All right. Woohoo! All right, so how am I going to get... How am I going to grow some kelp here? I guess what I could do, because I've got a water bucket, because I could just refill that. All right, that would be a thing. I can do that. All right, so let's get some dirt, I guess. Or I don't know. Kelp can grow on lots of things. All right, but let's see. So I'm going to need 2 buckets of water. So I've got one. We'll get the second one. All right, and I happen to have kelp, so I think I'm just going to plant this and swim up. Okay, and I do need some dirt. Dirt. One of these boxes is labeled dirt. Okay, I'm aware of that. Excuse me. I had a salad with dinner, and apparently it's did not agree with me as much as I would have liked. See, this is the danger of eating vegetables, you know? All right. So let's get some stuff in place down here so that I can plant things and make them grow. Do I have a sign or something? A trapdoor will work. Okay. I just need something here that will keep the water in. All right, we're gonna temporarily throw a dirt block right there, and then, as I said, we're gonna bring some resin up this way. Okay. All right. Now, the good news is I've got lots of resin, so we're going to be able to get up here fairly quickly. At least that's the theory. All right. All right, so now next step, let's temporarily, I guess it doesn't matter, but that water's going to go that way and down. Okay. So the next step Honestly, I should have just gotten in there. All right, let's just do that. Wow. Wings engage. Haha. All right, down we go. Down we go. All right. Since I have lots and lots of kelp here, we'll just plant it by hand. It's going to be great. All right. All right. Cool, that should be good. So I just need to take out the kelp, fill in that one little dirt block down here, which, of course, I can't get to safely because, yeah. All right. Cool. That all comes out. That dirt comes out. Water goes there. And now we have a bubble column. Wonderful. Wonderful. So that's going to go all the way up to the top, which is great. All right. Step 2. It's going to involve getting some more water. And kelp. All right. All right. Yeah. So this is all flow this way and around, and everything will be great. So. Okay. All right, yep. So we'll flush this across, and it should be wonderful. All right. Water and kelp, and then we're going to have to head down into the iron mine. The iron farm. Okay. Of course, once I do this, getting out of the farm is going to be an interesting challenge, but it's okay. All right. So I'm going to need water, right? Couple of buckets of water. All right, so need that. I'm going to need some soul sand. Okay. And just to be on the safe side, let's get some... Yeah, we'll get some bone meal. So I'm going to do it this way. Let's go ahead and take some kelp. Get some bone meal. Honestly, I don't think we're going to need that much, but that's okay. I'm going to do it this way because it's going to be a little bit easier. All right. And, yeah, okay. All right, so let's head on down into the iron farm. All right, going down. I can always dig another shaft down here, too, if I need to. All right, so here's this 7970 and 7423, okay? So what I'm going to need to do here is... Okay. 970. All right. Okay. That's going to be over this way a little bit. Oh, I also should probably change pickaxes. All right. Nope. That's fine. I can do that. I can do that. Okay. Hang on just a minute. It's going to get slow and messy here for a sec. But since I'm dealing with deep slate, I would rather deal with that with the fortune. Oh, darn it. Darn it, darn it, darn it. I do have to keep this. All right. All right, so because I need the Silk Touch pickaxe to pick up my ender chest. All right, that's fine. No, it's fine. You can. All right. Anyway, where was I? 49.70 and 74.23. Okay, so basically this way. Okay, so right. Is this the right? I think. Oh, I'm off by one. Okay, well, that's fine. Okay, there's the soul sand. Okay, cool. All right, sure. Oh, of course, I'm not picking up anything because my inventory is a hot mess. Hello, hot mess. All right, no, we'll just... All right, we're good. We're fine. We can totally make this here. I'm going to turn this on so it's easier for everybody to see. Okay. And then this is going to have to go down this way. So we're going down to Y level. Oh, what is that? Minus. Actually, I really need to go down to just minus 10. All right. Okay. All right. Minus 10. I think this is going to be good. Because what I'll do is I'll just change that crafters. So instead of spitting out into a barrel, it will spit out into the water stream. Okay. So that'll be a heck of a lot easier. All right, so let's, yep, we definitely have iron, which is great. All right, so this is going away. That is going away. Okay, hang on. We'll get there eventually. Totally going to get there. Okay, iron's going in there. Wonderful. All right, so now let's go ahead and goes there. This will go right here. Okay, so we'll send water coming down right under there. All right, and I'm gonna have to give this a... Oh, you know what I should probably get is some ice. All right. All right, I'm going to have to head back to my base, I think, and head back to the ancient city to get ice. Okay, that's fine. We'll deal with that in a minute. Ice. I forgot about ice. All right, oops. I wonder if I have any... I've got one block of regular ice. I need packed ice. Okay. Yes. Of course, yes. Ice, baby. Alright, so this will become soul sand. Okay, which is great. Yep, we're just going to have to head back and get some ice. All right, that's fine. I can do that. But first... All right, so let's just... bring the water down. Grow some kelp up. It's not going to need to be a lot, I think, so... Where am I? I don't know. So if that's at minus 10, this is going up to 1. All right. Definitely not a lot of kelp that's going to have to happen there. All right. Woohoo. Okay. Kelp. Yeah, once I get above that level. Okay. And this should... Yep. Now this should take me all the way up. All the way up. So much of the way up. Okay. You know, a Badlands underwater looks like an ocean. Oh, how's the light here? Bad. Okay. All right, cool. So let's head back to places that are safe. All right. All right, all right. So let's see. Drop off this. That's not what I'm looking for. Drop off this iron. You know, I can put the creaking hearts away. I definitely don't need those anymore. Okay. Salt goes in there. All right, and I'm done with this dirt. Okay. Awesome. Ice. All right. Sure. All right, let's grab some rockets and let's go get some ice. I might have to dig it up, or mine for it, but that's okay. You know, I have Silk Touch and I have an ice farm. I mean, it only works when I'm there, but oh, hi. That was not somebody I expected to see up here. All right. Yeah. No, that's totally fine. Endermen are just... I totally expect to see them up on the nether roof. It's perfectly safe and normal and stuff, right? Absolutely. Absolutely. Anyway. Some nether waste action going on here. I need to keep an eye out, too. It's a crimson forest, okay. I'm tempted to set up a hoglin farm for cooked pork, and just switch to pork instead of golden carrots. Because that's just easy. You know, you can AFK that farm for a while, get stacks upon stacks of cooked pork. Though I think I have some... I think there's... Because I had a little spawning area where I got the piglins for my gold farm. So I could probably convert that area without too much of a hassle. I just need to be sure I get all of the nether wart and stuff that I need. Soul torches and all that fun stuff. Yeah, I might do that. Take the Tango Tech route for food. All right, whoops, up and over. Okay. All right. Now I could have just, I think I might turn that off for the time being. Anyway, I might already have ice, but I'm just going to go ahead and hit my farm here anyway. Okay. Since it's here and I'm here and might as well. Such a lovely sound, isn't it? All right. All right, that should be good. Oh, hey, if it's we're gonna have a couple more blocks of ice form, well, let's go ahead and get that. I like how this one gets rain because it's taiga, and this gets snow because it's a grove. But it's nice to have a little powdered snow up here anyway. All right. Wonderful. That will do what I needed to. Is that unbreaking? It does. Oh, yeah, it was fine. Yeah. All right. Anyway, um, yeah, we'll just go through. I was debating whether or not I wanted to get a minecart and just take the minecart back, but that's okay. All right, and we are off. Yeah, it's definitely the system is set up so that I can just hop a minecart and ride the minecart back. Takes a little bit longer than flying because it's the short sides of the triangle and I'm flying across the hypotenuse. But yeah, it's all right. All right. Whew. Oh, sorry. My neck is hurting. That's annoying. I think I was just sitting like, ooh, like this. Not so great for my neck. Also, it's hot as heck here. Okay. Now I know I'm complaining about what's really not that hot. Okay. But still. It was in the mid 80s Fahrenheit today, which is again not really that hot, but it hasn't cooled off much. Of course, this is a Soul Sand Valley up here, isn't it? Obviously. Might set up a gas farm. Anyway, for like actual guests. Anyway, it's gotten hot here and it hasn't gotten cool enough at night to do what I need it to do, like cool off the house. So that kind of sucks. I don't know where to put ice. It'll go in the redstone box. Okay, cool. I'm used to it being like 40 degrees, again, Fahrenheit, cooler during the day than it is at night. Or 40 degrees at night than it is during the day. Because, one of those makes sense. Oh, actually, kind of like the idea of... let's see if I can... Because I think that won't break... Okay, it does, but it won't... Okay. And then if I pop down here for a minute, I can take this out. Because it doesn't break the water source. Yeah. Okay, cool. Cool, so I can close that. Oh, hi. Yeah, you could dance if you want to, but you scared me. And that wasn't nice. No. All right. Anyway, down we go. Oh, right, because it's still falling. All right, anyway, let's get over here. I need some ice right there. All right. And we'll need some ice. Okay, hang on. Turn this back on. All right, we need some ice right here. And we'll need some ice. Okay. This is actually in the wrong place now. Actually, what I need there is a sign. Yes. All right. Now this is okay. We'll just do that. Yep. We'll just take the safety dance version of this, right? Okay. All right. So cool. So that should go that way. Everything will go in. It'll be wonderful. All right. And now, in theory, when this iron pops out, it'll end up going through the bubble vader. So, all right, cool. All right, well, We'll get some more iron here in a minute. Now, why am I... Oh. Okay. It's like, why am I wet here? Okay, no, that makes sense. Makes total sense. There's lots of sense that was made there, and yes, okay. All right. Now, unfortunately, things. Honestly, I was jumping into the safety dance as well, so it's all good. All right. Okay, I just wanted to double check, make sure the zombie was still going. Okay, cool. Which means we should be getting iron golems spawning here fairly soon. All right, awesome. Let's head up to the top. It's an even longer ride than it was before, which is all good. All right. Okay, so now that's going to come out. I need the ice. All right, so that's going to be ice. And then we get some water, which will flow. I'm going to need more water, I think, than I've got here. Yeah. All right. Cool. All right. And then that will eventually wash over this way. So, all right, there we go. TV and movie goes over your head. Right. Ah, but music. Yes. Yes, I get that. Totally get that. All right. Let's go get some water to fill out that last slot. All right. And if this works correctly, which, you know, is always an interesting question, but if it does, let's go get there. Yeah, if this works out all right, water, that's what I'm here for. Then all of the iron farm stuff should be coming up right into my new storage. So, yeah, I think this is going to be good. Just going to have to get all of the water in place. Hi. Okay. Let's try that again. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, this is actually starting to look a little bit like a base, which is kind of nice, you know? Oh, the other thing I am going to need to do is put a cap on. Ooh, ow. Cap on that so when things go popping up, they end up in the right place. But, all right, so in theory, if I take an iron block here, okay, should flow over and should flow down. Yes, we are starting to get some iron blocks in there already. Awesome. All right. As soon as I cap this, I'm going to be causing myself no end of trouble. But, so I'm going to cap this with a trapdoor. So when I come up, I can just flip the trapdoor and get out. Okay. It's not going to be ideal, but it should work. All right, but all right, let's go see. I've got a whole bunch of iron blocks over here in my storage because obviously I had some from the iron farm. So, you know, that's fabulous. Iron. Iron. We're gonna get some iron. Alright. Okay, yeah, you stay in there. It's where you're safe. Alright. Alright, let's get across the bridge. Enjoy a nice, delicious carrot. Alright. And let's throw some iron in here. So what we should be seeing is okay. Now I'm going to be throwing this in stack, but so that might end up not. Okay, it'll get sucked in there eventually, right? Yeah. Okay, that's fine. But we're now, yeah, we're now going to get iron right up in here. Sweet. All right. So then the next thing I need to do is actually come through here, craft up 18 trillion chests so I can fill out the storage and all of the hoppers behind it. So I'm going to have plenty of space in here for all of this iron as it comes in. Okay. Awesome. And I'm just going to drop this down so I can see if I get new iron. But actually, we'll go put this back in my storage inside. All right. Nice. Very nice. Okay, I can live with that. In fact, let's take a little bit of iron here. Okay. That seems reasonable. All right. We'll need to fill that in. But all right, so there's some of our happy iron. Like it. And that's going to be handy as heck. Getting all of the, getting my iron now pumped up here instead of having to go down there and get it. Which, of course, is the idea, right? Iron blocks. Cool. Deep slate goes there. All right. Well, this has been fairly successful. Okay. I like it when things work. All right. Nice. So. All right. Cool. So let's see if there's not a lot else going on right there. So let me go put my redstone chest away. Turns out crafting tables, not the same thing as an ender chest. It's true. It's true. It's very true. All right. But, okay, so basically I'm going to have to get a zillion chests and hoppers behind all of them. Which, remember, I built the iron farm because I'm going to need lots and lots of iron for hoppers. So, that's what I've got. Or, yeah, what I will have, eventually. Okay, but we'll see. I just double check here. I don't have any iron. Oh, I've got iron right there. Fell off the side. It's not good. That's not good at all. All right, let's... Oops. No, no, no. Okay, I can't jump over the fence, of course. So I was going to say, I should have iron. All right, so... All right, so the iron's going to come in. It's going to hit that. I think that worked. All right, we'll have to keep an eye on that. Because if it's going to fall off like that, that's not okay. That's definitely not okay. Yeah, see, it float off at an angle there, and that's not good. Okay. Right, what to do about that? Let's do this. Chest. Hang on. All right, let's see how that goes. So if that flows that way, and then that seemed to go across. That might be enough. That might be having the double chest there. That might be enough to keep things settled. Okay. Yeah, I was a little bit concerned when I didn't see any iron up there. Okay. Yeah, I just need something to keep it going a little bit more straight, because if it comes this way and bounces, yeah, I can see why that was not working. All right, but yeah, we've already got 5 blocks of iron. I mean, this farm generates a block of iron every minute or so. Actually, probably more often than that, but in theory, it's 7 iron golems every minute, or I was hoping every 30 seconds. It turns out it's not quite that fast, but I have things I can do, I think, to help that, but otherwise, yeah, it should be dropping them. They'll drop in. We'll get plenty of iron. I'm not seeing it caught up there on the redstone. Okay. Well, this is good, I guess. I'm going to keep an eye on it a little bit and just see what else we get, but all right. Yeah, so what I'm going to end up doing is we're going to end up building a little bit of a tower around the outside of this. And we're going to have another bubble column that's going to come up and on top of some concrete, right? So I have that little bit of white concrete. Let's go see if I've got some more white concrete. I could make some up real quick, I suppose. I just want, where am I? This way. Yeah, I think I may clean up some of those pillars that are around the gas reactor. Because they're sort of in the way. And I don't necessarily need them. Like the glass pillars, I don't necessarily need them. What am I here for? Oh, concrete, right. Apparently not. Okay. 2, 3, 4. Oh, nope, that's sandstone. All right. Gravel. Do I have one more thing of sand here? Okay. Eventually, I've got enough sand. Okay. That can go. That can be put away. All right. Dies. No. All right. Well, I guess we're going to make some white concrete. Yeah, this is the one drawback of doing it this way, where I'm going to just need so much freaking concrete. Oh, that's sandstone. So much concrete. It's crazy. But that's okay. That is just fine. Sand, sand, sand. Stone. There we go. Okay. Oh, yeah, your sleep. Yeah, definitely fix your sleepiness. Yeah, go get some sleep. Yeah, I'm going to have to deal with gravel too. That's going to suck. All right. All right. All right. Well, let's my somewhat inefficient concrete farm. This works. This does work. But it doesn't quite trigger the dropper quite as fast as I need it to. But it's okay. Yeah. I'm going to need a lot of this concrete, because I'm going to do then the floor on the second level, which will be interesting. Actually, it's not going to be interesting. It's just going to be a big concrete floor. What else is there, right? Okay. Yeah, we do get some concrete. I don't quite get that. Hang on. Like, it gets stuck up there for some reason. I don't quite understand that, but anyway. Yeah. All right, let's get a little bit more of this in place, and then we'll get this going. It's kind of like maybe it's just getting stuck in the block or something, and maybe I could solve it by putting some walls up there and letting the... Because yeah, if it's getting stuck sort of in the wall here, I could cut out a little bit of this so it's walls, and then let it kind of flow and fall over that way, but I don't know. All right, but let's get some concrete here. I need to I want to see where things are going to flow for my people mover. Actually, I might even push that back a little bit, rather than having it being right next to that that bubble vader for the items. If I have it back a few blocks, that might be good from a design perspective. Okay. Yeah, we'll play with that here in a minute. All right, so I was actually just wondering if this would be better if I put an observer there instead of that comparator. The only problem with that is it would end up clicking twice. Once when I placed it and once when I break it. And that's too fast. There might be ways of dealing with that, but yeah, I could put a copper bulb behind it, and so it's a flip-flop like that, but I don't know if that's fast enough. Might be worth trying, I suppose, at some point. Okay. We're out of that. We got the concrete, concrete, and concrete. All right. Wonderful. Oh, let's see. Did I get... Yeah, there's still a little bit stuck in there. All right. Cool. Concrete. The rest of it go. Don't tell me I have concrete out here. Doesn't look like it. All right. Do I have concrete floating? I have concrete floating in here. Why do I have concrete in here? That's just silliness. Shovel. Okay. Yeah, just concrete ended up squirting back this way, which is strange and stuff. All right. Well, that's fine. All right. Let's get over here and said we'll place some concrete, and I want to figure out where things are going. Also, that should have given the iron farm plenty of time, assuming it was loaded. That's the other side of that equation. Oh yeah, 5 blocks of iron there. And I don't have any iron blocks hanging out over here, which is great. All right. All right, so let's get over here. And I'm going to run a little bit of concrete out this way. Now, I'm going to be coming up on top of this, but I'm not going to have water running along the top of this. This is just going to come up on top here and then go. So yeah, so that should be fine. And once that bubble column's in place, I won't have to route this. Okay, kind of like this idea. So if I bring this out this way. All right, let's go get another batch or another stack or so of resin. That's it. Sorry, I'm tired. The day is coming to an end for me rapidly, and the whole concept of thinking is just going right out the window. All right. I don't think it's that high up, but we'll go and bring this a little bit extra anyway. All right. Woohoo! All right, so let's meander over this way. Now, I think I actually want to come up right here. Okay. Yeah, leaving that gap there so that I can get down into those farm guts is going to be really helpful, because I think I want to have some other farms that feed into this water stream, like a gunpowder farm, for example. Okay. All right, so basically this is going to end up coming out like this. All right. Now, the other thing I'm going to do with this, actually, is take that out, is I am going to put a little scaffolding here. Okay. All right. So, yeah. So, we'll end up having this come out this way. Yeah, it'll stick out from the side. But I think I can make something here look cool, especially if I bring some more green glass up this side. And then I can kind of do something right here through the middle and have something that looks kind of cool. All right. Okay. Just keep things bright and safe because of, yeah, reasons. Okay. Cool. So I should be able to. Oh, that's going, and it went into the storage. Perfect. Okay. And I don't need to get into that chest, so it doesn't matter if it's covered. So everything between the black terracotta and this concrete is basically useless. Oh. Nope. Darn it. Cool. Well, I screwed that up. All right. I just wanted to change where this trapdoor is. Silliness. All right. I wanted it on that side. All right, let's go refill the water because I put it all away. All right, I have water bucket right here. Nice. Okay. Let's get this water back in place because none of my iron is going where I want it to go. All right. Cool. Now I suppose I could come through here with some white glass perhaps so you can see some of the stuff flow over there, but I think I'm okay leaving it hidden for them, you know. Okay. And oh yeah, the iron farm is definitely working and it's definitely giving me iron, which that's a win. That's 100% a win. All right. I like it when things work. All right, nice. But that's... oh, that is excellent. Okay. Cool. So iron's going to come in here. I said I'm going to have to craft up a zillion hoppers and chests and stuff, but should be okay. And all right. Cool. So now if I were to basically just build out a bunch of, you know, build another layer of concrete out and around this, should be okay. And then it's just a matter of what does this thing look like as it sticks out the front of the base, right? It's actually going to be coming out of the middle, right? Because I'm going to have basically 3 levels. We're going to have the storage level. We're going to have the villager level, like the habitation ring. And then I'm going to come up one more layer and we're going to have some farms and things. Just a couple of smaller type of farms, okay? It's going to be things like, it's like honey farms and things like that. So nothing too crazy. I'm also going to have another layer under here. Just, you know, so all of this redstone is hidden, all of that stuff. I don't know what that's going to be like. I mean, I could put some like honey farms and stuff under there, right? But you know, something. Okay. We okay with our light levels? Yeah. In any case, something's going to pop up there and it's going to be great. All right. So I think, yeah, I said until I get this Bubble Vader all built, which I might be able to do here fairly soon, actually. Until I get this built, I need to have this trapdoor in place so I could pop up and get out and all that good stuff. All right. Okay, so that's going to be good. The other place I'm going to have a couple of Bubble Vaders is right along the inside here. One that comes up to this level. And then one that goes up to the 3rd level. You know, because I would like to be able to get to each of my levels of my build, you know. Seems reasonable to me, but, you know. Okay. Nice. So, I think we're going to be pretty well set here. Yeah, so what I'm going to need to do is I'm just going to have to go farm up some pale oak. Actually, I'm just going to have to go farm up a lot of wood. And, you know, I could. I don't know if I want to, but I could. Yeah, because that's going to be the outside. Spend a fair amount of stream sometime, or maybe I'll have some free time this weekend, maybe, and I could just spend it. I'll put on a movie and chop down 87 jungle trees or something. But, you know, that'll work. Okay. Well, this is good. Okay. Wonderful. So, zap myself there. That's fine. Also, we're going to need a whole bunch of black terracotta, but I've got terracotta, and now I've got black dye. I just have to AFK the squid farm for a little while. But the squid farm works, so that's a win. All right. You know what I might... Okay, so that would be an interesting... So I was just thinking what I could do here was maybe have a little bit of something that just watches if this overflows. Like if this starts getting full, having some sort of signal out here that says, hey, go pack up your iron. Though I don't think I'm going to have to worry about filling all of these chests with iron anytime soon. Even at the rate this is coming in, I don't think I'm going to have to worry about it. Okay. All right. Nice. Well, that's good. Yeah, we'll need some form of doors here, I think. I don't know that I like this iron here, but it does make it obvious what's there. It absolutely does. Yeah, when things are going to get fun, so this water, right, it's going to come out this way. And I'm going to just swing it around and right over top of what will be copper golem powered sorting systems over here. And then this will eventually end up into the overflow over this way. So, yep, that's going to be cool. I like it. It's going to be nice. This is going to be a fun little storage room. Whole base and all of this stuff. I'm excited about it. But I think that's where I'm going to call it for today. This has been all sorts of fun and exciting, but it is time for me to stop. Because honestly, I'm getting tired. It is that time. But I want to give a shout out to the awesome and amazing people that you see on your screen there. You can be awesome and amazing too by going to musicfreegaming.com and becoming a paid supporter. You can help support the show, and then also get some cool stuff for you. You can get discounts on merch. You've got my weekly newsletter, early access to the podcast, all that good stuff. So check that action out. And my next stream will be Saturday morning, starting at 7:30 a.m. U.S. Mountain Time. So until then, be excellent to each other. And this is Music Free Gaming signing off.